What's up, guys? Also, the Degrassi fan here, and I'm also reviewing Building a Mystery Part 1. And Degrassi finally returned yesterday night, came on Friday night. And actually, I wanted to review this episode, and I want to have this video uploaded in the morning, but, I didn't really get a chance to, so that's why it's kind of late in the afternoon now. So, but overall, this episode was a good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. The start of the Adam and Becky relationship, that's one of my new favorite couples now, because in this show, in this episode, it made you, fall in love with them, and I really liked this episode. Some surprising stuff happened with Jake and stuff. I'm like, what? But, I want to get into that later with Jake and later on in the video, but, it was a surprise, but we should have saw that coming. But overall, I think it was a good episode. I enjoyed all the plot. This got me episode waiting for Building Music Part 2. But let's get started this review. So the episode has the main plot revolves around Becky and Adam. And Becky, she likes Adam and she wants to date Adam, but she's afraid of how her constructive parents may think, because she's not sure how parents would allow her dating a transgender like Adam. But she likes Adam, and she really feels like Adam's, she said, in the episode, she's like, Adam's the nicest guy that she met. Adam's, basically, Adam's the only guy that she really liked as much, basically. So she tries to get little stuff to get Adam. So she goes into Degrassi. She bumps into a few people like Eli and Claire getting off the bus, bumps into Bianca. And she goes into school, and she wants talking to Jenna. She's like, while she's talking to Jenna, she bumps into Adam. Adam's like, whoa, watch out, sunshine, something. He says something like that. And she's like, she reveals to Jenna she likes Adam, and she says, that it's time for a fresh new start. Because while she's talking to Adam, she gets nervous because she doesn't know what to say, because she wanted to say too much to say the wrong thing and make Adam mad, or say less of so she's kind of confused what to say right now, because she kind of messed up talking. She's like, oh, I bet you're glad Roman Drew's over, and she's like, oh, not because of the play, just because you get to spend some more time, and she kind of messed up talking to it. So she told Jen it's going to be a fresh new start, and she winds up later on trying to talk to Adam. They're in the hallway, and Adam's about to go to band practice. And she's like, how about you want to hang out with me? Adam's like, well, I'm busy right now. I got band practice. We're going to be busy all this week because we're practicing for Battle of the Bands. And she's like, come on, please. And she's like, Mo, can I borrow Adam? And then Mo's like, Adam's telling the truth. We have band practice. She asks Zig. Zig says, well, don't we got band practice? But, she promises that she got this event that she's going to let Whisper Hug play at. So they wound up agreeing. Adam's like, don't let me regret this. Later on, they have this student council meeting about what to do. And Fiona's there, Jenna, Adam's there. And Fiona asks them, okay, what you going to do for the fundraiser? What is the fundraiser going to do? What did you supposed to do? Basically, everybody did their job. And she asks Becky, what do you have? Becky's like, well, Adam's on my team. And Adam's shocked because she didn't tell Adam. She kind of tricked Adam. She didn't really tell Adam that he was going to be part of her team and selling sales. And then she also says, well, Fiona's like, okay. And then she says, oh, I got 7 tickets to Vegas, to promote the event, the fundraiser is going on for Degrassi. And they said, that's great. Later on, Adam's like, oh, you didn't tell me I was going to be a part of this thing. And she's like, I hope you get to do it because you get to spend some time with people like Jenna, like Fiona, and so then she finally says, like me, and Adam says, cool. So you can kind of tell that they like each other here, because Adam, he likes her, because Adam doesn't want to say too much stuff. He's not sure if Becky like him back. He's not sure if Becky liking him back. So later on, it shows them at the mall together, selling sales, and after that, they got at the table eating, having French fry fights, throwing French fries at each other, basically playing couple, and it's they're not ready to Adam and Becky. That scene right there, it's they seem well, I'm 14, so I should know, so it seems like young love, I'm 14, so I should know, so it's young love and stuff, but I just like the couple. So, after that, they wind up at school, and Luke, they're at this event, and Adam's like, okay, we're not at school, they're at the mall, and Adam's like, let me do this, I forgot what he said. He said, oh, he got to do the fundraising for the outfits. And Luke comes over to Becky and is like, yo, that Adam guy likes you. And we can, basically, how mom and dad would feel. I know you, Becky. Are you sure that you feel comfortable with dating somebody that mom and dad would never approve? Then later on, goes to school, and Becky basically tells her fears to Jenna, she's like, I like Adam, and I think he likes me. And Jenna's like, that's good. But she's like, I'm not sure how my parents would feel. But Jenna should say, well, they're supportive, but she's going to say they're constructive. And if Adam's transgender, they may not allow that. So, later on, she winds up texting, Adam, like, we need to meet. And she winds up getting a hall pass to go in the hallway. Adam gets also get a hall pass. And they kiss right there, you know, because she's like, I like you and stuff. And Adam's like, I like you too. She's like, really? When? He's like, well, the first time I met you. And then Becky's like, I don't care how my parents think. Will you be my secret boyfriend? And she said, yes, and they kiss. And that is the start of Adam and Becky's relationship. Later on, Becky goes home, makes up this thing, says AD. Her father comes downstairs and says, who's the A? And she just like get into this lie, and his father's like, you know, you're not just lying to me, are you? So she winds up telling her dad that she has a boyfriend named Adam, and he wants to invite Adam to dinner to make sure that he's good, because that's his rule for them to have date seconds, that they have to invite the person over the dating so the parents can check him out. He says, I possibly not, so I'm not sure about your mother. And he winds up, Adam goes to dinner. Adam basically tells Becky, look, we'll play cool. I passed as a guy when you met me, so I'll just pass on them your parents. They have dinner, they're joking around. Becky's kind of freaking out, answering every question they ask Adam. And Luke is trying to mess him up. Luke is like, oh, so Adam, you playing any sports? And Adam's like, no, but I'm thinking of trying out soon. He's like, what, for a girl sport? And Adam's like, oh, well, no. Did they let you play girl hockey? And they kind of laugh it off. Adam's trying to go with the parents, but Luke's trying to ruin it a little. Later on, Becky's kind of talking to Jenna. She's like, yeah, they went great. My parents loved him. But she says, what happens if now they want to meet his parents? And then that's what they're going to find out, that he's not really a guy. He's transgender. You know, so she's kind of freaking out. And Jenna's like, look, it's going to be okay. Your parents are something of me when I said I got baptized for a boy. And they're like, okay. And so that's kind of how the main plot ended. Now, let's say a pretty good main plot. And let's go to the subplot. Now, the subplot was pretty actually funny, you know. You got Eli. Eli, he wants to write a film, because it's this big film director who went to NYU. And Eli, he wants a reference letter for him because he's going to come teach you the class. And Eli wants to make a film for him to impress him, but Eli's on a writer's block, like, can't think of no ideas, freaking out, he's nervous, crushing paper. He wants to ask Claire, and Claire like, okay, why don't we ask Jake for help, because he already finished his film. And Jake want to get into him. Jake is like, okay, I'll help you. And he's like, first I got a thing that helps me make films. They want him leaving to Jake's car at the school's over, and Jake's like, okay, you cannot tell nobody, not even Claire. He's like, wait, why not Claire? We tell you everything. And Jake's like, really, everything? And Eli's like, well, mostly everything. That's funny. He's like, we can't tell her this. He brings out a little marijuana. He's like that. And he's like, I think this. And Eli's like, well, you smoke pot and to make films? And Jake's like, well, I like to call it by the proper term, marijuana. He knows it like that. And later on, it shows them at Claire's house, Jake's house. And you could tell they didn't show them smoking marijuana, but you could tell they did, because it was how Eli was like, oh, this, oh, like, it was really weird. A funny part about this, like, when she was like, well, I got an idea, pin me. And, like, he's like, okay, and Jake threw it, and then Miss hit somewhere in the kitchen. And he's like, no, man, I remember. That was a pretty funny part. But Jake and Eli was pretty funny when they was high. Eli made his little play, made his little film thing for the director. But a thing that could go wrong with this is, now that he made his film, but it's bad because Eli might start relying on the marijuana for ideas, you know, but make ideas for the play. So that could go bad. Either way, it was a good subplot, pretty funny. Now for the third plot, it kind of goes where Bianca, she wants, also, I've gotten the subplot, and it started off, you know, at, Eli telling Claire it's going to be the best term ever, you know. He's kind of happy. That's before he smoked the weed. But back to the third plot. The third plot had to do with Bianca and Drew, and Drew's mother, because Bianca, she wants to tell Drew's mother that she's getting engaged, or that she is engaged, getting married this summer, because she doesn't want to ruin her relationship with Drew's mother, because she's like a real mother to her. So she winds up setting up a meeting of her at the dot, because, well, she walks into school with talking to Fiona, and that's a new friendship. The Fiona and Bianca friendship is pretty new. So they're kind of walking into school and they're talking. Fiona's like, hey, let me show you let me see the ring. She's like, what you doing? And she Katie walked by, give a mean mug to to Bianca, and Fiona kind of like, well, okay, like she looks to the side, and she shows it, like she pulls out a necklace, because outside of school she bumps into Becky Baker, who has a ring, and Becky's like, oh, nice ring, and Bianca's like, if you tell anyone you're dead. So she's like, okay, so she has the ring on her necklace. She shows Fiona, and Fiona's like, that's cute, that's why I'm hiding it. And Fiona's like, wow, she's like, because I don't want nobody to know right now. I wanted to tell Drew's mother because we have a close relationship. I don't want to mess that up with her. So she talks into Drew going to the dot, and Drew sees his mother. He's like, what? My mother said, we got to go. And she's like, no, I really want to talk to your mother because I want her approval on this. And Drew's like, you really that close to my mother? And she's like, yeah. So they go into the dot, and they talk to the mother, and the mother's like, hey, guys, so nice to see you in the flesh, Drew. And Bianca just come right out with it and said, we're engaged. And first Bianca was like, Drew's mother's like, what, are you pregnant? And Bianca just come out and said, no, we're engaged. And Drew's like, he says, you can't stop us, you know? But I think Drew's my favorite character in Degrassi. I think he was a little too rough on his mother, you know, he should have gave her a chance, even though the mother did try to stop it. But the mother just worried about him, want to make sure he's doing the right stuff. So she's like, you can't stop it. And she's like, Drew, you're too young. Why can't you just let her go to college first and then get married after that? And she's like, well, Bianca's like, wait, Drew promised to get his GAD and stuff. And Drew's like, no, I don't really listen to this. And he gets up and leaves. He knocks on the window and says, Bianca, are you coming? And Drew's mother, he's like, Bianca, think about this. You got your future ahead of you. She's like, and Bianca says, I'm sorry. And she leaves. And that's how the third part ended. And that's what overall the episode. It was a great episode overall. I really enjoyed this episode. Some people was complaining saying it was cheesy and stuff, but that's some people, because you can't compare one episode to the entire showdown block. So some people complain, but overall I liked the episode. So comment, tell me your thoughts about this episode. Sorry this review seemed a little bit rushed, you know, because I'm doing it on my phone and got a timer. Sorry for a little bit of rush, but it will be better my review will be better next week and the week's gone. I really think this fall block is going to be a great block. I can't wait for next few episodes, so comment, tell me your thoughts about it. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.